What's up, YouTube? Today we're traveling down south a bit from where I live at to do some work on my uncle's truck. It's a first gen Dodge Ram with the Cummins diesel. Not sure what year it is. I think it's a 91 or something like that. We're going to be putting on all of the charging and starting system components because it's been sitting for a long time, and I think he's trying to fix it up a little bit and do some preventative maintenance on it. So we're going to be replacing the battery, some battery cables, the starter, and the alternator. So if you need to do any of these parts on your truck, stay tuned because we're going to start right now. But first, I wanted to announce we've got some Andy's Auto merch now. We got a hat, a shirt, a sticker, a coffee mug, and even a hoodie. You can find these items listed below the video, or you can go to my channel page and you can find them under the store section. If you're interested in supporting the channel while also getting some pretty cool gear for yourself, go ahead and check those out. Now back to the video. Alright, after about 2 hours of driving, we finally got here. So we're going to figure out where the truck is at, and I'm going to try to park right next to it. Let's see here. I assume it's still on the side of the barn or something. We'll find out. Yep, there it is right there. Dodge Ram. Alright, here it is, the old Dodge truck. This used to be my grandpa's truck when I was a little kid. I spent a lot of time riding in the passenger seat of this truck when I was a little kid. Then we got our old Jeep over there. One day we're going to get this bad boy off-road ready again. We're going to pop the hood, hope these dogs shut up, and we'll get started. All right, here we are. We got the old battery out. That bad boy's right there. Been struggling with this terminal end, man. The ring terminal came off of those, so I had to put it up in there. We're supposed to be replacing the battery cables, but these battery cables are like 0 gauge, and we only have just the regular old Riley's versions, and those are unfortunately not going to work in this case. So we're having to make do with what we got. Unfortunately, I didn't have another proper size ring terminal, so I did have to just put that in there. Uncle said he's just worrying about getting it to start up, so hopefully that'll work for us. Does look like there's been something nesting up in here though, so hopefully that's not going to be too much cause for concern, but you can definitely see nests of certain things up in here, so hopefully it'll start up for us. But a little update on where we're at. We got a battery in. We are not replacing the cables because we don't have the right ones, and we definitely need new terminal ends, but we got to work with what we got for now just to maybe do some testing and see what we need, what we don't need. We're probably still going to replace the starter, and we may or may not replace the alternator. We're just going to get this battery hooked up and try to turn it over and see what happens, and then go from there. You need some new headlights for your vehicle? How about some turn signals? Some that are actually very bright. Click the link in the description below and check out Auxito LEDs. And if you use code AndysAuto, you'll get 15% off your order. Now back to the video. Alright, we finally got the positive on like you saw already. We got the negative on. This bad boy was pretty big compared to the terminal. So I put a new bolt in there. This was our old bolt. Really rusted out. And then this guy, I was connected to the post with a screw in there, and obviously I'm not going to do that. And don't really have any ring terminals, like I said, not the right size, so this is the best way I could get that back on there. And then of course this is broken, so yes, I am well aware that it's going to need the battery terminal ends, but we at least got everything connected. And then one of these wires over here, one of these two, goes around the firewall over here, and it came disconnected out of here somewhere, I believe. So I'm going to have to try to redo that as well. My God, boys, this thing started right up. I'm extremely surprised, I'm not going to lie. I thought this thing was sitting for quite a while. That Cummins diesel, baby. Wow, I'm actually blown away. Let's do this again. Hit the clutch. Got it out of gear. Got to turn the key. Like a second and it started up. I'm blown away. I hope it doesn't roll. It should be pretty planted in place. I ain't got no type of brakes on. But we need to check this alternator, so we're gonna do that now. All right, so the alternator's putting out 15 and then it bounces down to a little below 12 and then it bounces back up. So I'm not sure if that's normal or not, to be honest with you, but it seems like it's charging and then it stops charging and then it's charging again. Interesting. Alright, so that last clip right there, we found a fuel leak once we got it running though. The part actually said fuel/water separator on it. And unfortunately, I am not super knowledgeable with diesel engines, so I will have to do a little bit of research on that. But that was clearly the part that was leaking, so we definitely want to go ahead and replace that just because we don't want to have any fuel leaks for obvious reasons. But I did want to go ahead and notate that that's what I was just showing a moment ago. Alright, and that is pretty much the end of the video for today, guys. I hope that you all had a good Christmas and a Happy New Year. Today is the first day of 2024, if you are watching on the day that it is posted. And I do want to apologize that we did not replace the alternator or the starter if you were looking to see how to do those. Although I have found a few other videos on YouTube, so you should be able to find the information that you need in regards to that. I was actually kind of looking forward to doing those as well. However, no sense in replacing parts that aren't really necessary. I also do want to mention that after we let the vehicle run for a little while, the charging, kind of the up and down of it, seemed to stabilize a little bit. So I'm not sure if maybe just because the alternator hadn't been spun up for a while, that maybe it just had to work through some potential minor corrosion inside of the shaft that it spins on. I'm really not too sure, but the fact that it did eventually stabilize made me feel comfortable that we probably don't need an alternator. But I definitely think those battery terminal ends could benefit from being replaced in the future. So anyway, once again, I do want to wish everyone a Happy New Year. Thanks for tuning in to my video today. And I know it's just a battery replacement ultimately at the end of the day, but I'd like to bring you guys along with me. You guys can chill with me while we do the Andy's Auto thing. So, till next time, see you then.